Hello, everybody. This is Taz. Welcome to Taz Talk. And this is the place where we cultivate curiosity and we explore ways to live life in an inspired way, on purpose, and with intention. And today, with me right now, is a very special guest and dear friend, Carol Iacobucci. And Carol is someone that I know you're going to want to meet because she's one of 9 authors who collaborated on a book, Belonging: Secrets to Soothe the Soul. Now, a lot of people collaborate on books, and you may be wondering what makes this one so special. So let's talk to Carol and find out, because this is going to be good. So let me first say a little bit about Carol, and then I'll ask her to share something. Carol is a life mastery consultant, certified by the Brave Thinking Institute, and she specializes in transformations, helping people who have dreams bridge that gap between having a dream and realizing it. And so she specializes in transformations. And Carol comes from a background in IT. She was an IT manager, a quality manager, and then she has transitioned through her own growth and transitions and life journey. She is now sharing and helping other people. She's sharing what she knows, and she's helping them access, what they need, that inner wisdom to realize their dreams. So she's sharing what she's learned with others to help them have a better life. Welcome, Carol.
Thank you, Taz, for that beautiful introduction. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. And you truly are one of those beautiful people who radiate light and love from the inside out. You're beautiful on the outside, and you're truly a beautiful person on the inside.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I'm really excited. Now, we met some time ago, a couple years now, and we actually met online. And it's a very interesting story, but I'm going to save that for another day. What I'd like to know is there anything else you'd like to share with us about where you are now in your coaching? And tell us a little bit about the people that you help.
Well, I'm thrilled to be able to help women who have maybe gone through many life transitions and are in a point now where they're wondering, well, what's next for me, right? Is this all that life has to offer? And they know they want to do more with their life, but they don't really know what it is. So we start to explore how to dream again, and how to describe what we would really love in our life. And then we start to take a look at the things that hold us back, and why do they hold us back? Our old thoughts, our thinking, our paradigms, right? And then we explore little steps that we can take to start taking action steps to move in the direction of our dreams.
So I love that, helping people touch their dreams again, and how to close that gap from where you are now to where you want to be. Now, I absolutely adored your story. I loved like just the flow and how, I got to go along with you, like where you were. Um, right now, you're in a place, in a good place where you're helping people and you're feeling that sense of belonging. Tell me a little bit about what your life is like now, kind of having gone through this incredible journey, which you share in your story in the book.
I am just feeling so blessed and lucky, Taz, because I am feeling fulfilled, content. Um, I feel like I have places where I belong, good friends like you and the other ladies in this book. And, I just feel like obviously there's more dreams and more goals I want to achieve. That's just life calling us forward. But I'm really, really happy with where I'm at in life. And I'm also very blessed to have my partner, Phil. And
Oh,
he's a great joy to me.
that is wonderful. And so, that's an instance where you came from a place of great loss and you have discovered love again. Tell me a little bit about how that feels.
It was a beautiful thing, because one of the things in the book I talk about is all of looking for love in all the wrong places, all the people that I met that weren't the right person, then getting married, and all the craziness, and the love and the hardship that happened in my marriage, and then my husband passed away, and all those transitions, right? So there I was, Taz. I was actually sitting in a doctor's office, and you had to fill out the form, like, who am I? Are you single, married, widow, divorced, other, whatever? And I was going to right away check off married. And I had a pause, and I said, well, wait a minute. No, I'm not married anymore. And
Mm.
who am I? Right? I was in this transition where I didn't know who I was as a person. I lost my identity. And it's a very scary place to be. And then you start to go internal, right? To start to really find out, who am I again?
So,
And yeah, go ahead.
oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt you. No, finish your thought, and then I'll share. I have a question for you.
Well, go ahead. What's your
Oh,
question?
okay. Well, right now you're in a really glorious spot, and you've kind of, gone through that dark night of soul, and that's that transition, and that transformation. So things now are really good for you. But I heard when you were talking about, things weren't always that way. You're in the line and you're having to check, like, who am I, like, where's my identity? I was something, and then that's gone now, and, like, where do I fit, where do I belong, who am I? You had a career, and then that shifted and changed, and then you found yourself in some uncharted waters. For just a moment, share with me what that was like, and how did that feel? And I know that's a little unpleasant, and I'm asking you to, tap into some feelings, but maybe some of our listeners here, our viewers, are feeling that. And I want them to know what it was like for you before. Now we're seeing you here, on the other side, which is awesome. But what was it like for you? And then from that, what would be one piece of advice that you would share with your younger self, or your former self, that was lost and looking for the identity in this dark place? Because maybe some of the people that are watching now are in that space, and what guidance could you give them? What insight, what wisdom could you share that might, have helped you when you were younger and now?
Well, when I was in that place, I really had no zest for life.
Mm.
I had felt like I lost my creativity. I just lost the meaning of why I was even, hanging on. I just would, lay on the couch and watch TV, and really, I don't want to say I was, depressed in the medical state, but I was down. I was not in a good, happy place. And I had to find a way to get myself out of that. And through my life, I always looked at things outside myself, and I'm always a believer of continuous education. And so I'm always looking for things to read or study, or classes to take, or online classes to take. And through all that study, one of the things I realized is you have to know yourself first,
Mm.
because you have to be true to yourself. And throughout my life, and you'll see in my book, I wasn't always true to myself. I was changing who I thought other people wanted me to be. And when you do that, when you put yourself out there and you try to be what somebody else wants you to be, which isn't true to you, then you're never going to be happy, even though you think that's what's going to make you fit in with that group. You really don't fit in at all, because you're not true to yourself. So I had to go on an exploration of who I was and what I truly needed and wanted. And then to be brave enough to just be me.
So that's a really wonderful, um, a wonderful message, the importance of being true to yourself, and that really, to find belonging, one needs to belong to themselves. And I think that is the story, the message of hope, and how you find that your dreams and connect to your dreams is really finding that hope and having the courage to be brave and to, face it and to go within and find your truth. So I want to thank you, Carol, so much. I think we're at the end of our time together here, but I wanted to thank you for your courage, for your words of wisdom, for sharing your story in such an honest and vulnerable way, and giving your gift of love to the people who are going to read this book of belonging, and through the stories of others, we find our own truth. We connect and find our own truth. So thank you so much, Carol
Thank you,
and
Taz.
Iacobucci. And I encourage everyone to go and get a copy of Belonging: Secrets to Soothe Your Soul. There are stories from 9 authors, and it is truly uplifting and inspiring to see these messages of hope and how women found their way to belonging. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Taz.